Thank you, Sheriff. This evening, our pledge and our invocation will be led by our District 1 Commissioners. Mr. Nalder, can you please lead our invocation?
All right, please bow.
Could you lead us in our pledge of allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome everyone to the May Commission meeting. I hope everybody had a pleasant Memorial Day weekend. Quick reminder to please silence all your cell phones. That way we can be respectful to each other and as we go through the rest of dealing with the matters at hand. For those watching the video at the commission packets are found on the county website, trousdalecountytn.gov/commission. And then also, as a matter of transparency, all of our government meetings and videos are uploaded to the county website. Also, that includes all agendas, minutes, voting records, and county budget and county audits. That's trousdalecountytn.gov. At this time, I'd like to ask Madam Clerk if you could please lead our roll call.
Beverly Atwood, Tommy Belcher,
Here.
Linda Bruce, Shane Burton,
Here.
Alan Carmen, Brian Crook,
Here.
Will Dennis, Jerry Ford, Chris Gregory,
Here.
Jeff Gregory,
Here.
Bubba Gregory, Landon Gully, Judy Kerr, David Nallner,
Here.
Leslie Overman, Mark Presley,
Here.
Amber Russell, Lonnie Taylor,
Here.
David Thomas,
Here.
Steve Whitaker.
Here.
18 present, 2 absent.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So you all have a copy of the minutes from the April 27 commission meeting that they've all been distributed. If there'll be no changes or amendments to those, I'd entertain a motion to approve. Chris, I have a second from Mr. Belcher. All right. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much. Announcements, the mayoral candidate debate sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce will be held on Tuesday, June 6th at 6 p.m. here in the courthouse. Are there any other announcements that need to be made from anybody in the commission? June, is it June 9? I got a typo. My bad. It's June 9. I have a typo. Yes. So no other announcements? Okay, moving forward. To set the agenda, the budget amendment 118-05 has been postponed by the Budget and Finance Committee to be reviewed in June. That's the EMS portion. This item has been removed from this month's agenda. If there'll be no other items, I'll entertain a motion to set the agenda as amended. Mr. Belcher and Julie. All right. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much. Citizens' response to the agenda items. If you wish to speak to the commission on any specific item that's on the agenda this evening, please sign in at the podium and then you'll be called to at the proper time. And then also this is the public address as well. If there's anything the public would like to speak, make sure you sign in at the podium. County Mayor's report. Mayor McCall, the floor is yours, sir.
Thanks, sir. We finished remediation at Ward School this week, taking care of lead-based paint and asbestos. We're still working on getting the bridge at Broadway, which was halfway painted, is to get it matching. TDOT has come back to us. Actually, Kimberly Horn has come back to us on the multimodal sidewalk project, which would extend from the depot up to McMurray. Evidently, they failed to get easements along the way, and TDOT is going to look into getting some more money they need to get easements on 10 different properties. which is going to cost about $11,000 each. So they've got, TDOT's looking for the money to get that done, to proceed with that project. The engineer and representative from TEMA are still communicating on how to go forward and when to go forward on the potential jail site beside the fire hall. And that's currently what I have for the commission.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for the mayor? Yes, Amber?
I did have a question, and I might not have been here whenever it was answered. The hospital committee that was formed, have we dissolved that, or is that gonna come up again
And
At a later time?
which committee is that?
for the hospital?
That was kind of tabled at the time. Had to be brought back to commission at some point in time. I think right now it's kind of a dead issue.
Okay,
I would say you could bring that forward in the work session, or not work session, but in the steering meeting at any time.
Okay.
Anybody that needs to have that brought forward, we could start reassembling that then whenever.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, thank you. Committee board reports, we've been pretty lucky this month since we've been in budget hearings. So we've had a pretty light agenda on that. So budget and finance met May 18th. Chris, can you please speak to that for us, sir?
Yes, Budget and Finance met May 18th, finished reviewing the proposed 26-27 budget, sent it forward with favorable recommendation. Also sent forward the proposed tax rate for 26-27 with favorables. Like I said, we sent forward 2 budget amendments, both of which involve grants received by the Sheriff's Department, and deferred the one for the ambulance services until June. There were some questions among the committee on that one.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Chris? Appreciate it. Urban Services met this evening on the 26th here. Bubba, could you please speak to that for us, sir?
Yes, we did meet tonight. Reviewed the fiscal year 2027 urban services budget. Everything was approved. No problem. And we set the urban services tax levy at the rate with no tax increase of 0.6731, same as last year.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Bubba on that? Okay, moving on. I'm sorry. Yeah, Bubba, I'm sorry.
I want to schedule a Parks and Rec meeting for June the 16th. I need to go ahead and put that out. June the 16th at 6 o'clock, Parks and Rec.
Thank you. Yes, David?
And I'm scheduling a codes and zoning for June 11th at 6 in the mayor's office.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. Commissioner Crook, could you look and see if anybody signed in for me, sir? Thank you. Active business, there's no appointments for May. There are no resolutions for May. So we're moving on to ordinances. Public hearing and second reading for the 3 ordinances tonight. The ordinance titles are ordinance 344 2026-06, which is wheel tax implementation. That's on page 20 of your packets. Then we have ordinance 345 2026-07, which is to rescind the burn restrictions set forward, and that's on page 22 of your packets. And then finally, we have ordinance 346 2026-08, which is rezoning A1 to TC1 on parcel 029.021.01 on Highway 25, and that's on page 23 of your packets. So I open the floor now at this time for these 3 ordinances. Is there anyone here wishing to speak? Is there anyone here wishing to speak? Is there anyone here wishing to speak? Now at this time, I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing. Beverly and Chris. Thank you. All right, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much. As we move on to the second reading, we're going to start with ordinance 344-2026-06 wheel tax implementation. This ordinance is to implement a wheel tax. The draft has all the proceeds going to 171 capital projects and restricted to the jail project. This sets the rate at $80 for vehicles, $50 for antiques and special designations. Is there any questions here that tonight that needs to be addressed regarding? Chris? Yeah, we had a motion to first and second. Are there any further discussions? At this time, we're going to electronic vote on this, so you'll please register on your device, please. So the results on that one is 16 yes, 2 no, 2 absent. So this carries. Thank you very much. Moving on to ordinance 345-2026-07. This is the rescinding of the burn restrictions. This ordinance is to rescind burn restrictions set by the county and to rely on the state guidelines established by the Tennessee Division of Forestry. This ordinance has been recommended by Chief Buckmaster, First Response Committee, and Codes and Zoning. Is there anyone here who would like to have any concerns I'd like to mention on that? Amber?
Motion to approve.
We have a first, we have a second from Jerry. All in favor? I know we got to go to electronic vote. Sorry, my bad. Got a little ahead of myself. Please register on your device. Okay, the results are 18 yes, 0 no, and 2 absent, so that carries. Thank you very much. Next, we're moving on to ordinance 346-2026-08, which is the rezoning A1 to TC1 parcel 029-021-01 on Highway 25. Is there anyone here with any questions or concerns? David?
Make a motion to approve.
All right, we got a motion in a second. Please register on your device. These results are 17 yes, 1 abstain, and 2 absent, so this carries. Thank you very much. So you received handouts at the work session. This is for fiscal year 2027 budget ordinances and 2026 tax rates. First reading. This is the first reading of the 2027 fiscal year budget appropriations and the 2026 tax rates. Members of the Budget and Finance Committee and other commissioners have worked diligently throughout this process and to do their best to remain fiscally responsible while addressing the needs of the county. There's been many difficult conversations that have been held and challenging discussions that were made to develop this budget that balances the responsible spending continued throughout the service for our citizens. Commissioner Gregory, is there anything you'd like to add to this needs to be stated before moving forward, sir?
Not that I can think of, just to echo what you said, there was a lot of hard work put lot of hard work put into this. Want to thank everyone on the budget committee and all those commissioners who were here during that process. It certainly helped.
Thank you. Anyone else? So at this time, ordinance 347, 2026-09, I'm looking for a motion from the commission. I have a motion from Chris. Second from Bubba. So at this time, you'll please record on your device your results here, please. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, please. Oh, go ahead. There it is. It's on.
Okay.
There you go.
At the last meeting, we discovered a line items of $600,000. I have studied on that for the last week and pondered on it, and I cannot support this budget as is. I would like to see this budget go back to the budget committee for I don't know what, but a rework.
Is there any further discussion? We do have a motion in a second. No, please. Yes, sir, Brian.
It's in Fund 171. It's moving $600,000 from 171 to 101.
Anybody else? This time, I guess, yes. Beverly?
Even though I wasn't here last week, I have studied this, and I am clear that this would be reoccurring. This is not just a one-time to make our budget for 101 though.
Chris?
Just to clarify for anyone who wasn't here or who might look at this, on the full budget packet that every commissioner got, that is on page 32 of that packet. It's is 101 49 800 is where that shows, just for anyone who was not here.
Landon?
Not a question, but I guess in a way, can I rehear the statement? I must have missed what went on. I heard this is a reoccurring, then I heard some conversation from Miss Amy. I didn't hear that clearly. Can we get an understanding of what was stated there?
She said that it is not reoccurring. Mr. Mayor?
I know as a matter of public information, this is generally called the mayor's budget. And the way this works is that each year, each departmental head and each elected official brings me their proposed budget for the year. Sometimes we sit down and discuss it. Sometimes they just pass it along to me. We've spent the last 3 or 4 weeks going line by line on this budget, discussing it. Most commissioners were here to voice their opinion on each line. I think it's a good budget. It's a budget that's not going to require a property tax increase. I know that several commissioners came to me before budget time this year and expressed their opinion or their hope that we would not go through what we went through last year, arriving at a good budget. So as your mayor, because of everyone's input, and I will say this, that most departmental heads and most elected officials brought a very lean budget this year and pretty well cut it to the bone. The sheriff made some concessions to make this work. I would strongly recommend that we pass this budget as is.
Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, David?
I would like to point out the 600 that came out of 171 that went into 101, 400 and something of that technically is made up of the ARPA funds that were moved into 171 in the first place in this budget. So funds that we would have used for one-time purchases in 101, pulling out of that ARPA, it's just being pulled out of 171 because that's where the money got moved to. So there's a 200 and something, thousand there to discrepancy. But as Budget and Finance discussed when all this was brought up, where are you going to cut to make up the difference? I understand not wanting to pull money out of that fund, but at this current time, without raising taxes, there is not another option that anyone brought forward.
Thank you. Anybody else? So we have a motion and a second on this. Please register on your devices. Yes. Can you push your button over there for us, please?
There we go. The motion and the second that we're voting on is to not pass the budget
No.
that fee.
No.
She didn't make a motion to wait and go forward till June?
There was already a motion on the floor, so she just made a suggestion, a comment.
So the motion is to pass the budget as was in the committee.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
As written, yes, go ahead, Chris.
Oh, yes, my motion what is to approve, but if Ms. Overman wants to make a motion to send it back, I'll withdraw mine and let her make that motion. We can vote on that first.
Who made the second? You gonna rescind your second? You rescind? I make a motion to send it back to Budget and Finance.
I'll second it.
Okay, so. We have a motion and a second on sending it back. So at this time, you'll please record your results on the device, please. Yes, I'm sorry, Landon, please.
Would you mind just stating that a yes vote and a no vote gets what here in this case, please? Clear that up.
A yes vote is going to send it back to Budget and Finance. A no vote does not. Landon, yeah, sorry.
If no's win this, a motion could be made to pass the budget afterwards. Just want some clarity in this court tonight.
That's correct, is it not? Yes. Thank you. Results for this is 4 yes, 2 abstain, and 12 no. So the motion does fail. Yes. So. Yes, Landon.
Pushed it, but there we go. Just for clarity going forward, 2 abstentions, an abstention without a cause in this case is a no vote in this case. So it's 2 more no's. I just want to make sure we're all clear as we move into the next steps, what abstention might be. That seemed to be a confusion in the past as well.
That's correct. Thank you. So it is a total of 14 no. Yes, Chris.
Okay, now I'll restate the motion to approve the budget ordinance.
Okay. We have a motion from Chris and we have a second from Bubba. We have a motion and a second, so please, we have a motion and a second. So you'll please record your results on the device, please. Landon,
Just for clarity, would you restate what a yes and a no does on this one, please?
For clarity, yes passes it and no does not. Results on this is 13 yes, 5 no, 2 absent. Thank you. Moving forward, ordinance 348, 2026 10, 2026 general tax rate. Are there any questions and concerns from the commission on this one? If not, I'll take a motion. David? Have a first from David and a second from Mr. Whitaker. So you'll please record your results on your device, please. If there's any discussion on this one, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. No tax increases, correct, just for clarification. David?
So I can say as a taxpayer, I can appreciate not paying any more property tax. But as a commissioner looking at this budget and what this leaves our fund balance with no additional revenue currently, I'm really concerned. Less than or right at $500,000 is tough. I mean, we're at the minimum of what the state requires us to maintain. Now, granted, there are other funds and other accounts, but those are all allocated funds. So we can't keep going without a tax increase over and over. And if I'm not mistaken, next year is the reevaluation of property values, the reassessment, which every year that becomes another problem because the state drops our tax rate because of the bend on how much the value goes up. And it always skews our numbers and we end up having to do some sort of adjustment that year. I just like to make this commission aware that things are getting really slim. We need to be taking a better look at what we're doing. The expenses are what they are. We've got to find other revenue.
We're using $500,000 of the 101 fund balance on top of the 600,000 that we're moving from 171. Just making everybody aware of that.
Anybody else? Yes, please record your results on your device. The results for this is 14 yes, 4 no, and 2 absent. Thank you. Moving forward, ordinance 349, 2026 11, fiscal year 27 urban services appropriations. Is there any questions or concerns from the commission on this one? If not, we'll entertain a motion. At Jeff and Bubba. Thank you very much. You'll please record on your device. Our results on this one is 15 yes, 3 no, and 2 absent. Thank you. So we move forward. ordinance 350-2026-12, which is the 2026 urban services tax rate, which does not involve an increase. Does anybody have any questions regarding this one? Yes. Yeah, it's only for his council. I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah, this one's just those three. Anybody have any questions for us before we go? David, please.
So on that last vote, that was just for the three members of the urban council.
This one is.
The levy. Okay, so the appointment was for all of us. The levy's just for those three.
Yes, exactly. Second from Mark. Thank you. Please record on your device, gentlemen. Results are 3 yes. Thank you. Moving to budget amendments. The budget amendments being presented are to appropriate state funding for law enforcement staff who have completed over 40 hours or have completed 40 hours of post-training in the calendar year. Are there any questions or concerns from the commission on this one? With electronic voting, we can take all these in one action. Yes, Landon.
I was gonna make a motion to approve these two together.
So the general fund and the urban services?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We have a motion. Do we have a second for that? All right. Brian's a second on that one, please. All right. Please, is there any further questions or comments? If not, please record your results on your device. Results are 18 yes, 0 no, 2 absent. Thank you. Moving forward, our public notary applications approval. Our county clerk has presented me with a list of the following applications here. We got Mary Beth Valentine with Gentiva Hospice and Sarah Page with Trousdale Turner Correction Center. We have a motion on the Amber. We have a second. Linda. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much for that. Yes, sir.
Just a point of clarification, maybe I misheard, but did Mr. Gully, with his motion to do the budget amendments, he just did the first two, correct? Not all three? Okay.
That one was struck until the next meeting. Anybody else? Is there any other business that needs to come before the commission's tonight's tonight's session, please? You have anything you'd like to speak to us about, Mr. Beller?
Briefly, just to update on the case involving the road with the highway department. We thought we might have that settled. We were close, but just didn't quite get there. So that's resuming. It's not set for trial, but depositions I anticipate will be taking place in July. That's just kind of an update. It's a second matter. A lot of folks have been asking about the inmate board contract with TDOC. I have received it. You should be receiving a notification tomorrow that if anyone wants a copy of it, it can be made available for you. Don't want to have any discussions about that tonight, but I anticipate coming up at our work session toward this in June that may go longer than we would normally do at the end. So I would anticipate, and again, I am anticipating that the advisory committee that we had previously had engaged, that they'll want to look at this as well. They have a copy of that as of this morning. So this has all been fairly recent. So just there'll be further discussions on that in the near future.
Landon?
Just one piece. I had a couple, a member of my district reach out and ask a question about the tower. It's part of that budget we put in for the sheriff's department, which is greatly needed. But the question they ask is, and I didn't know this existed, but Enbridge has erected a 291 meter, I believe, tower here on back here behind us, which is, what's that, close to 1,000 feet. And the question was, is it possible to use their tower, place equipment on it if we could get a lease with them and put a repeater in that area, making it a lot cheaper to do? I don't know those pieces. That's somebody else's to handle, but I thought it was a great question to ask. I know it's needed in the area, so I'm not mentioning not. We put $450,000 in that, which was passed tonight as well for that part. But the question seemed very reasonable. Enbridge has just put that on. It's registered with FFA. So it is ready to go, I guess. FAA, sorry about that.
Thank you. Anybody else? Mayor?
Under other business, Mr.
Yeah.
Chairman, I did meet with Art Haskin with Enbridge one day last week. They're 60% complete on getting the pipe in the ground. And they wanted to, they kind of indicated they wanted to have an open house type meeting on June 22nd to invite the public up to see their progress on the pump station. So more information will be coming out on that, but they're right on track to get this project finished on time.
Thank you. Is anybody else? And there's nobody signed in for public comment. So at this point in time, we'll take a motion to adjourn. First from Landon, the second from Jerry. Have a good evening. Be careful going home.